Good morning everybody. Today we are going to study the next lesson in economics, that is money and credit. Can you say why people go for work? To earn money. So why we want money? To satisfy our needs. Satisfy our needs means we want to pay the fees, we want to get the goods, or we want to purchase many things. For that money is used. That if two people, one is a potter and one is a farmer who cultivate rice, both want some goods to satisfy their needs. Potter wants many things from the market. So potter sells his pots and he gets the money and he satisfies his needs. Same way, the farmer who cultivates rice, he sells his rice and get money, and with that money he satisfies his needs. But suppose there is no money, money concept is not there. So what will happen? The potter wants rice and the farmer who cultivates rice want pot. But both have to meet and both their demands also have to be agreed together. Then they can get both the goods. Potter can search the person who needs pot and he wants to get rice, and the farmer who has to search the person who gives him pot, and the same person he wants rice. So this is known as this concept is known as double coincidence of wants. Means both the party, they have to agree their demand. One party in the sense the potter, another party in the sense the cultivator or the farmer who cultivates rice. Both have to agree upon to get the things. So here we can say the demand is satisfied with each other. So it meets the double coincidence of wants. So if it is very difficult to get the things if there is no use of money, because everybody has some different needs. So they have to search the people who wants their things and to get the thing which they want. So that is very difficult. So in olden days, people used to meet in the marketplace and they find out such people who wants their things and to meet their demands. So in those days, barter system was practicing. Barter system in the sense goods were exchanged with other goods, where the money, medium of exchange, money was not found or it was not used. So without practice, without using money, they exchanged the goods with each other. So this is known as barter system. In barter system, the problem what I said, that is double coincidence of wants can happen. But with the use of money, double coincidence of wants can be eliminated. So money is one of the important thing which eliminates double coincidence of wants. So I have told you that potter can sell his pots and he can get the money, and that money can be used to get rice, vegetable, wheat, or whatever things he wants. Same way potter can do such to meet his needs, he can use money. So money is very important in our life, right? And in the ancient days, money was currency notes or coins. Before that, many things were used as money. For example, cattle was used. In the olden days, cattle was used, where agricultural goods were used, and later slowly they invented metals. Copper, silver, gold, many such metal came into being, and which used as these things which were used as the medium of exchange. Now we are using the currency notes and coins, right? So money is very important, that money is a medium of exchange. So money, we can say it is the medium of exchange which satisfies the needs. So money acts as a medium of exchange. as an intermediate in the exchange process. So we can say that money as the medium of exchange. Okay. And next thing that I have told you that in the olden days people used many things as for the transaction, and nowadays we use money or currency notes and coins are the modern means of money, or modern forms of money are currency notes and coins. From where we get these currency notes and coins? Do you have ever thought about it? It is authorized by the government of the country. So government of India this money is authorized by the government of the country, and it is issued by the Reserve Bank of India on behalf of the central government. So on behalf of the central government or the government of the country, who issues money? The Reserve Bank of India, or we say RBI. RBI issues the currency. And why we have to accept the money? For the Indian law, no other person can issue currency. Only RBI issue the currency on behalf of the central government, and this currency cannot be rejected or refused by any individual. So legally any individual cannot refuse it. So it cannot be printed or it cannot be issued by anybody, and legally it cannot be rejected or refused by anybody. So we say that currency notes and coin act as the money. Okay, so we have to accept that money because it is authorized, or government currency notes are authorized by the government, and it is issued by central government, means RBI on behalf of central government. Then I have told you that we cannot, no individual can personally issue the currency or print the currency or mint the coin, and it cannot be rejected by any individual. So money is acted as the medium of exchange, which has to be accepted by everyone. Here next we have to study about the demand deposit. What do you mean by demand deposit? Suppose, for example, I am a teacher, right? And I am teaching you and I get a salary. After getting my salary, after completing my needs, I have some money which is balance, which is a balance, and which I can deposit in a bank. Instead of keeping it in my cupboard, I can keep it in the bank. So after satisfying all my needs, the surplus money or the extra money, which balance money which I have in every month, I can keep it in a bank. For that purpose, I have to start the deposit. I start an account and deposit the money. So when the account is created, I deposit the money in the bank, and the money which whenever I need that money, I can withdraw it. So here bank facilitate many important functions for me as a depositor. What are the important functions? Bank, when I deposit my money in bank, it is safe over there. Instead of keeping it in my cupboard, my money will be safe, right? So bank gives safety. That is one of the important point. Second thing that we can say, when we deposit some money in the bank offers some interest on that. So interest is an important facility which the bank offered to me. So bank is very important because it is safe. Money is safe over there. Second thing, bank offers an interest. Third thing, that in the bank or my money or deposit, whenever I need, I can withdraw it. So by depositing in the bank, there are many uses or many benefits we get. Okay, whenever we demand or whenever we want to withdraw it, then we can withdraw from the bank. So when we withdraw my money from the bank, deposit from the bank, money can be here known as the demand deposit. Demand deposit in the sense, according to my demand, I can withdraw that money. So money, here we can say demand deposit. So money is in the form of a demand deposit. Another important facility bank offers, that is check facility. By check facility, without the use of money, I can transfer money from one person's account to the another person's account. So there is no need of money, transaction of money. Without use of money, I can satisfy or I can transfer the money. So these are the important benefits we get from the bank. And so demand deposit are very important, because demand deposit, according to our demand, we can withdraw it. Okay. Next, I have told you that check. Check is the very important thing. It is a paper, and which is offered from the bank. When we start our deposit, bank give us a checkbook. In that check, we can transfer money to another person. Okay, without the means of money, or without giving money personally, we can transfer the money from one person's account to another person. So here also this transaction is safe. So that check is very important facility which the bank offers. So let's define check. What do you mean by check? Check is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from. Means the bank give or bank pay a specific amount. It is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount. To whom? From a person's account. Suppose it is from my account to another person. So from my account to the person in whose name the check has been issued. So this is known as check. So check is very important facility which is given by the bank. Check, you can see there is account number given. Then name of the person to whom I have to pay. That we have to write. Okay. Name of the person to whom I have to give the money. That I have to write. Then how much money I have to pay. That amount of money in words I have to write. Okay. And in a box it is given in digits. So in number I have to write the amount of money. Then sign of the person, my sign is needed down. Okay. And the account number, my account number is given. Then check number is given below the check. So these all we can see in the check leaf, or it is known as the check. In this we can see these all. And here you can see on the corner account payee, that is given. That means from my account to another person's account the money is transferred. So for that purpose account payee that we have to write. So these are the important things that today we have learned many things today. We have learned about money. Without the money, what were used in the ancient days? What was the system? Barter system. What was the important problem in barter system? Double coincidence of ones. Money eliminate that problem, right? Then we have learned what are the important modern forms of money that we have analyzed. Who issues the money we have seen, and why we have to accept that money that we have seen. Then we have also studied that why we have to deposit in the bank. So what are the important functions of the bank that we have analyzed. Then we have analyzed about the check facility given by the bank.